stadiums in the NFL. There's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On first down, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On first down, Smith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. In motion left comes Brown. Smith on first down. Connects with Sanu right side. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a first and goal. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
To throw on second down is Smith. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Third and long, it's Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Draw play, Rodgers to Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. He's at the 30, the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. To throw, it's Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
To throw is Rodgers.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Sanu, the man in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
After the interception, here's Smith. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On second down, here's Smith. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's Smith. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Sanu, the man in motion left. Now Gino on first down. Flushed out right. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
In motion left moves Nelson. Here's Smith now on second down. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The slot man in motion right. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Smith. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. J.J. Nelson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Hey, got three.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively. And in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. In motion right here, Nelson. Smith on third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Here's Smith looking to throw on 2nd down. And Nelson's got it here right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Smith now to throw on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nelson. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Sanu, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sanu, the man in motion left. Now Smith to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Back to throw, Smith. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they're operating in the red zone. And the tight end goes in motion left. On the toss, here's Johnson. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Looking to throw on second down. Smith got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Dawson's kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, it's Smith. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 2nd down, Johnson. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Sanu, the man in motion left. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. On the right side, this is Miller. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the red zone now, Smith. And this one's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Second and 10, Smith again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. They're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Falcons have moved out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down following the incompletion. To throw again. Smith steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. But guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Play clock winding down. Now Smith. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back now at Lambeau, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Panthers have extended their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dayon. So out now come the Cardinals. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, Smith. Completion left side to Miller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a third down. He's got Sanu. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Fresh set of downs here. Defense showing blitz. Smith on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nick Perry in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. On second down, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Smith. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Doug Baldwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And hauled in by the tight end Miller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Gino on 1st down. Connects with Sanu right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Johnson running left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw is Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcus Golden in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Packers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers, and he's got Bennett. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Baldwin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Rodgers now on 1st down. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Smith going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A road